We have created the header component already. We want to actually create the drawer, so when we actually hit the small screen, then this navbar is actually responsive, and this becomes the nav links becomes a hamburger menu. Right now it's just all over the place. So in order to do that, what we will do, we will create another component inside this. We will name it drawer left or drawer container .tsx react. So the react is just React exporting the functional component. So inside this drawer, I'm gonna import some stuff from the MUI. So what I'm gonna import here is a drawer. Let's just start importing the many things that we need inside this. We need an icon button. We need a list. List item button, and we need list item icon. What else we need is a list item text, and this is it for now. I'll show you why I have imported these and what are the use of them over here inside this drawer component. So first of all, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get rid of that tab. We're not gonna pass any styling to this, because this is just a drawer that's gonna open from the left hand side, and that's why we have declared these predefined styles here. So now we are going to use the drawer. Drawer takes an open argument, which we will pass a function that will determine where the drawer is open or full. So we will name that function open drawer. Right now I haven't defined this function, but let's go ahead and pass it an on close prop. So on close, we will pass it a drawer button, which I will just show you what we're gonna do. Another function, drawer btn, and then we takes anchor. So anchor is another prop on drawer, which determines whether you want to open the drawer from the left hand side or right hand side, less top or bottom. So we're gonna do left, and then we will just close this, and now everything inside the drawer will have all these property within the drawer. So when we slide it from the left hand side, you will see all the items inside the drawer. So let's go ahead and declare these functions first. So we're gonna have a use state. Actually, we need a use state to open and close the drawer. So first of all, we're gonna go const open drawer set open drawer, which is a use state from the React. So we're gonna go react dot use state, and by default it will be false. So what is a use state? Use state is actually used to change the state of anything in React. Like when you're working with data input, user input, you always gonna use the use state hook from the React. So this is full, and to change the state of anything, we gonna import use state. There are another things that are like use reducer and use ref, but for now we're gonna focus on the use state, which is mainly used in the basic project. The next thing we gonna do is declare this function. So const drawer btn an arrow function. So this function here on close function is what is it gonna do is when this function is accessed, it's gonna set the open drawer to open drawer, so you can close it when you are outside that drawer as well. So like this, and every time you hit onto that page, this will automatically close it. So that's function is for this. And what we're gonna do next is we are gonna provide, let's just use the format here. Now we're gonna use the list item button here, list item button from here, and we're gonna wrap everything inside this, and then we're gonna also use list item icon. We're gonna wrap stuff inside this, and we're gonna use list item text. So list item text is the text inside your navbar, which is the nav links, these ones. So now let's go ahead and provide a prop to the list item button, which will be an on-click event. And what is this gonna do is we're gonna provide it an arrow function here, which will set the open drawer to false. And list item icon would take nothing as a prop, but list item text is gonna have the nav links inside. So what we're gonna do here is, now we don't want to provide it home now playing popular TV shows, since we have already done that in that array element inside our header here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this export from here, so I can also use this in other components. So let's close these styles for now. So I have exported these menu items, just like I'm mapping them here, I will map them over there as well. So now I can import it here, import menu items. Actually it will be imported as menu items from header. There it is. Now what we're gonna do inside this is we are gonna map that. And how's that gonna happen? We're gonna use the map function, not inside this, but it's gonna be used before the drawer, after the drawer where that list actually starts. So we are gonna do menu items dot map, and we're gonna provide it with the again nav and key prop. Remember to always have a key prop when we are looping. And now we are gonna put all of this inside this. And now what we're gonna do inside the list list item text, where we are gonna actually use that nav dot name, so it has access to the name. We won't be able to see that right now, but I'm thinking I should just import that drawer here somewhere. So for now let's just import drawer container, just to see whether it's actually working or not. And by default it's false, so let's make this true. There it is. So we are rendering that inside this, but we need to fix the styling for this, which we will come to. Key prop would be index, so the app doesn't scream. each child should have the unique key prop. Okay, so that's not where the key prop is supposed to be going. It should be not even there. So I'm starting mapping here, so that means that key prop should be on the button here. Yep, so now that's gone. Now we should provide some styling. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give some sx value to the list item text, so just to give it some color. Sx color would be, in this case, we'll provide it, let's see if we can do blue. Yep, for now the blue is okay. Let's get rid of that. And as you can see over here, it's true, so we can see the drawer here. If we can change it to false, it hides. So this is what the hamburger button is gonna do. Based on the condition, it's gonna access that drawer. Now next thing we gonna wanna do is we gonna add a list is done. We forgot to map everything inside the list. Yeah, we got a list item, but we didn't use the list. Actually, all of this inside drawer should be inside the list. That's why this item is not aligned properly. So we're gonna get rid of this, put it in there. Now that's displaying nicely. So what else? Now we haven't used the icon button, so we are gonna make that icon button here. That will happen right below the drawer. So we're gonna call the icon button, and it's gonna take one more thing that we cannot import from the MUI, but we have to import it from the icons material, I think. Menu icon. So menu, we did import the library for the icons, I believe. Menu icons material, yes, we did. So the menu icons is gonna come from the icon material menu. So menu icon. As the intelligence is not working here, so let's try to import it manually. It's gonna be imported from @MUI icon material /menu. And then we are going to render that inside this, which is a self-closing tag. So that's how you can do the menu icon. And let's see if we can see this menu icon anywhere. As you can see, this is already working. There is the menu icon. Now we're going to provide it some styling here with the SX props. So MUI component take SX as a styling prop. Margin left would be auto. So that's just centering that. Okay. And what else we can give it? We can give it a color to actually make it a bit brighter, because right now it's black. So white smoke, and we will give it an on click, which will be the drawer function. can see now it's working. When we click on this, we click outside, we click on this, we have access to the drawer. Now we need to place it to a place, because right now it's visible. Now we want to hide it, and we only want to show it when we are on a smaller screen, right? So how we're gonna do that is we go back to this. In order to do that, we have to import some more stuff from MUI. So what we're gonna import now is something, I think that will be happening in the other component. So let's go, because we are using this inside header. So inside our header we are gonna import actually we are already importing some from the MUI, so we'll use that. We're gonna import themes, use theme, and use media query. What are these functions gonna do? This component is they actually gonna check whether you're on a smaller screen or a larger screen, and then they will actually make that visible. So when you're on a smaller screen, this will automatically appears and it will hide, so you don't have to like manually write the code for this. And if we can come down here inside our functional component, we will do const themes is equal to use theme, and we're gonna go const is matching to use media query, and then inside that we're gonna pass the themes dot breakpoint dot down and medium as a prop. So you can see it takes large, medium, small, extra large. So we're gonna do on the medium screen. As soon as we hit the medium screen, we want to see that visible. So once that's there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the typography, and right underneath typography we're gonna conditionally render that hamburger menu. So we're gonna use this is matching, and we will use a condition here. If in that case I want to render the drawer container within this, so if that condition is true, that then otherwise I want to render everything inside this. So that will be actually from this div to this div. So the code looks okay, terminal looks okay. Let's go and have a look. Okay, there it is, but not right now. It's appearing by itself as I hit that, because I think I have it as true. So there it is. Now we click on this. So but now we still have to align to the right hand side. I don't know why it's showing in the middle, but let's go ahead and have a look at that. So now we are having an issue where our hamburger menu is in the middle and the button is not hiding. I think that is because not inside the drawer component. Let's go ahead and look at in the header component, and there it is. We are actually keeping the button outside of this condition. We're gonna keep it inside the condition, and here we're gonna see error because here like we need fragment here. So this div is wrapping this div, but this is not inside anything. So we are gonna use the fragment here, and I'm gonna add that fragment, as you can see. So we have move the button inside this condition where we conditionally rendering the drawer based on the screen size using use media query from the MUI library, and if the screen is medium then it will show the drawer container which holds all the drawer, and if it's not medium then we will see this div. So there it is, it's on the side, there you go. And if we click on this we get the drawer, click outside, we click on any link, it goes away. So that's how you create a header. Now we can now move on to the next part where we will create a cover section and a search bar, and then we will move on to the next part where we will be creating a component which we will be reusing a lot in our app.